Welcome to episode 2 of Rehab Potential, the show that's all about dialoguing about the ways that you and I can best be serving our rehab patients. If you have any information that you would like to share with the rehab community, go ahead and use the hashtag RehabPotential, and I would love to feature some of your content on upcoming shows. Today for content, we have 3 different areas. 1, the OT Doctorate, 2, what patients are reading about, and 3, pain. But first, before we dive into content, I got a little bit of feedback from viewers that they would like to know a little bit about my background. So, in a nutshell, I was born and raised in Nebraska. Then I went to St. Olaf College for my undergrad. I then went to NYU and got my master's in occupational therapy. Then I moved back to Nebraska, where I worked at a critical access hospital, a level 2 trauma center, and the state psychiatric hospital. Now I just moved to Chicago and I'm looking to start my next job. Our first topic today is that the AOTA Board of Directors recently released a position statement that by 2025, all OT should be doctorally prepared for practice. My reaction to this is that it makes me pretty frustrated. There's a lot of talk that this would be good for our profession, but I would love to hear more conversation about what would be good for our patients. The number one concern for consumers right now is rising healthcare costs, and eventually the cost of more education will get passed on to our consumers. The second reason that this makes me frustrated is I feel like our educational programs, our master's and our doctorate, could be much stronger, and I would love to see the AOTA putting its efforts into making our curriculum stronger. Our next segment is what our patients are reading. About a week ago, NPR released this article, "Farewell Heating Pad, Physical Therapist Says It Doesn't Help." This article encourages patients to question any time that a therapist uses a passive physical agent due to lack of evidence. The article is referencing another article that was released by the APTA that highlighted 5 different areas that all patients should be questioning when they go to see their physical therapist. Overall, in the future, I would expect your patients to be more informed and asking more questions. Our last segment is about pain. If you're interested in helping your patients get rid of chronic pain, you should tune into the Functional Freedom Podcast with Paul Potter. He just released 2 episodes from the 2014 Spine and Pain Institute. Thank you for joining me for episode 2. Links from all 3 segments are below. Remember to use that hashtag RehabPotential, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.